Yeah, hey everybody, how's it going? All right, just a few quick words about our religion for this week. And it can be difficult to talk about this religion because the way this religion is presented and lived out is different where it is strong, okay? Whereas where it's weak, it's presented and lived in a different way, okay? I don't know if you know this or not, but that's true, okay? So to really understand this religion, you got to go to its core texts and its core teachings, and you go back into the history of this religion. You see how it's been practiced, where it has been strong, okay? And if you know anything about its 1400-year history, you'll see how it's been lived out, not only by its practitioners, but by those who are subdued under it, who choose not to convert to this religion, okay? So that's the first thing we have to know, is that it looks very different where it's strong as opposed to where it's weak, okay? And it's only a matter of time before it gets stronger and stronger and stronger that, people will really begin to see its real face, okay? So it was like that back in the early days. It couldn't quite be practiced the way it should because the community was weak, but once it gained, power, it could, assert itself in a different way, okay? So, it's very different than the other religions we've studied, okay? It has global ambitions. It seeks to convert everybody in the world and to impose divine law on the world because the divine laws, which, come from above, are superior to, man-made laws. Or if you don't like the personal masculine pronoun, just genericize it. Human-made laws, okay? Divine laws are superior to, laws that are based on consensus and free elections, right? Okay, so the goal is to uproot across the world all those law systems that are not divine. I don't know if you know this or not, but that's true, okay? You might say, well, why isn't that happening in Western nations now? Well, it's because they can't. They don't have the power yet, okay? But, that will change, and you can start to see this developing in Western countries. Look at France right now. France is having a rude awakening to what is happening to itself, okay? And the same thing's gonna be happening with Germany really soon, and England and everywhere else. I know these are unpleasant truths, but they're still truths, and you just have to deal with it, okay? You don't have to agree with it, but this is one viewpoint that isn't so much a conspiracy theory anymore, rather it's something like policy, okay? So these are things that we really have to think about as modern Westerners. Is the West going to stand up, or is the West going to submit? And the West has stood up on numerous occasions before. You just got to go back and read through the history to see who stood up and why, okay? And it's because back then they had a good understanding of what the nature of this religion was and what its ambitions were, which are global, and it's totalitarian too, okay? So if that's your thing, then you know what you have to do. You can welcome it with open arms, but if you like freedom and human rights, for all people, and not just for those who are part of the in group or the in tribe, the super tribe, okay? You might want to give it a think or two, and really think about this, okay? So I wish I didn't have to say these things, but somebody's got to say them, okay? So do your own homework. I'm not going to go into too much more detail, okay? So where it's weak versus where it's strong, and maybe why isn't anybody allowed to say a single word about this religion, especially a negative word in the West? Why is that? There's a reason why, and I'm not going to tell you why. You have to do your own searching, and maybe you'll find the answer, okay? There's a reason. We can say all we want about the others, but why not this one? Well, maybe that's part of the strategy, part of the battle plan, okay? So again, unpleasant truths are still truths, all right? So you are free to do what you want with this interpretation of things, okay? I have mine, and you are welcome to have yours. But until then, I'm Lee Tacey, and I approve of this message. All right, over and out.